Hey guys, it's Tomas here with By the Sketch Fitness. Today I'm going to be learning sumo deadlift from none other than Corey from Barbell Central. I chose him as my coach because he's a highly experienced sumo deadlifter and he's been powerlifting for pretty much his whole life. Main reason that I'm choosing a coach for sumo deadlift is because it's a complex motion that you can't just learn from videos. You should probably get a coach or someone that you trust knows the movements properly. All right, well, with further ado, I'm gonna let Corey introduce himself.
Hey, my name's Corey Miceli. I've been a performance trainer for how many years, Thomas? We've decided since you were 2. How old are you now? 20. So for the last 18 years. One of my specialties is the sumo deadlift, among 2 other things, talking shit and eating. Anyway, we're gonna teach Thomas how to set his body up to perform a good, solid sumo deadlift. First thing you're gonna do is tell him to take those shoes off, pan in on those shoes. Sumo deadlifting, you wanna be like a track athlete. You want your feet flat and as close to the ground as possible. We're gonna start positioning his body from the ground up. Sumo deadlift simply means your feet wider than your grip. A conventional deadlift is your hands wider than your feet. So we're gonna start with the setup. We'll take it from there. One thing to remember, guys, is a deadlift, either conventional deadlift or sumo deadlift, is a push, not a pull. If you're pulling the weight up, your efficiency is not going to be there. So let's find how to set Thomas up in a good stabilized position. Go and approach the bar, Thomas. We're not even gonna lift the weight for a while. We're just gonna practice how to find your starting position. Generally speaking, we want to use the widest stance that allows a vertical shin relative to your ankle or foot. Make sense? So let's start. Just take a guess. I want you to squat down, keep your knees out as you squat down. So again, your shin is vertical as you're finding your position. Go and grab the bar. And are you gonna? We got to make sure your grip is equidistant from the center. So let's establish that first. Let's get you on the knurling too. And you're most likely going to be over-under grip. If we can teach you a hook grip, we'll do it. But today, it doesn't really matter. We're not going to do much weight. So go and stand up. Stand up without the bar. Just stand up. Keep your back as flat as you can. Open those knees up and squat down to the bar without over-sitting. Stop right there. Go and grab that bar. Hands on the knurling. A little wider grip, just a little wider. Now, I want you to force your knees out as hard as you possibly can, Thomas. No, don't even come up yet. Just keep forcing those knees out, brother. Knees out, knees out, knees out, knees out, knees out. Okay, let go of the bar and stand up. I'm gonna adjust you in a little bit because I'm watching you from the front, and unless you can get your knees out a little wider, yeah, if your hips are not flexible enough to get your knees, yeah, there you go. Okay, your hips are flexible enough to hold that stance. And relax a little bit, go and stand back up again. On a sumo deadlift, we want to minimize that distance from your shin to the bar. Yeah. So let's reapproach. I like that spacing for your feet because you could get your knees in line with your feet. Vertical shin from any angle we look. Go and position your feet back how they were. Remember, we want to crowd that bar. You want to, basically. You want to tickle the hair in your legs with the bar on the way up. Most likely you're going to scrape your shin eventually and bleed a little, but it's better to scrape that shin a little too much than be a little too far away, because remember, the farther away from the center of balance something is, the heavier it gets. Force those knees out. We got to have knee position first, man. Okay, I can take that. Go and stand up with the bar once. Just stand up and see what comes natural. Hips through. Okay, just stand there for a moment, lock your quads and squeeze your glutes. Now we're gonna do a negative, nice and slow on the way down. Push those knees out, keep that torso tall, and control down, pause at about right there. All right, relax a little bit. Stand up, relax, shake your legs out, because it burns like heck when you're down there in the correct position. It is a very uncomfortable starting position. So if you're wondering why is this so uncomfortable, just the nature of an efficient starting position. We are trying to recruit maximum musculature throughout your entire body, specifically your lower body in this case. What does your upper body do in a deadlift? What role does it have?
Stabilizing?
Yes, exactly, into your positioning. So remember, we should not be pulling or yanking the bar with any part of your upper body. How important are shrugs for deadlifting?
0.
0. Good answer. Because we want our shoulders to do what?
Stay stable.
Well, specifically what direction? Down. Down. Not forward. A little bit back, but down is the key. So let's keep that in mind. Get your stance set up on the bar again. So as you reach to that bar, I want you to think about your shoulders setting deep into your trunk. Get those knees out. Spreading that floor apart. We'll address your foot angle later.
Yeah.
Force those knees out. Keep the torso long, and just stand up. Okay. Carry it down. I want you to pause that weight, about an inch or 2 inches off the floor. We're going to go down and pause at the bottom, keeping your knees pressed out the whole time. Stop right there. Get your knees out hard and all the way down. Good. Take a break. Nice job. Relax. That was good, man. I'm not saying that's the perfect stance for you. You got to find out what allows you to be the most explosive with the strongest finish. And that's only going to come with time. So there's definitely such thing as too wide. Remember, if your knees are inside those feet, when you start, you're losing a lot of power. Alignment. If I go to bang, throw a punch, and my arm is not lined up, it's not going to have nearly as much striking force as if it is lined up.
Yeah.
Remember, alignment transfers energy and power. Misalignment, not so good. So remember that in your sumo deadlift. Everything aligned. Shin vertical, knees out, torso up, shoulders low. Is essentially what we're trying to find. Let's do one more rep with that. The same method you just used. Again, we don't know ultimately what your stance is going to look like. This is just a starting point. We're just playing around and seeing what works best for you. Remember, long arms, torso upright. Go ahead and stand up, knees out. A little faster. Come on up, come on up, come on up, come on up. There you go. Set it back down. Let it float about an inch or 2 off the floor. Knees out. Force those knees out. And down. Take a breather. Good job. Okay, relax. Let's go ahead and practice that setup we just talked about. Now, when I'm watching from the side, remember, it is a push, but you can also describe it as a prying motion. Go and hold your bottom position. I know it's uncomfortable, but make it happen. Knees out, torso long, shoulders sunk into the body. Now, as we explode upward, then we want to drive those knees and feet apart. We want to wedge that hip into the bar as fast as you can. Today, if it's that fast today, it's not a big deal. Go and do one rep. We're going to watch this hip as it goes forward into the bar. Ready, begin, go. Hips into the bar, hips into the bar, hips into the bar. Now, are you going that slow on purpose, or is that as hard as you can?
You want me to go hard?
Yeah. Knees out, knees out, knees out. Relax. Go stand up. Let your legs unload a little bit. Yeah, if you're warmed up now, let's go ahead and get after it. Again, yes, the bar needs to move up. But remember, think about it. It's almost like your body's a crowbar.
Yeah, so like
you're prying. No, the whole time, just go for it. Keep that. Yeah, you get those knees out. Spread that floor. Push those knees out. Get your abs as long as you possibly can. Side note, that's why I recommend never performing a crunch ever, no matter what. Because as an athlete, you want long, strong abs. An compacted, chest down, abs crunched is completely illogical if you really examine how an athlete performs. So we want those abs long. We want the shoulders set down into the trunk. And we want to not only push into the floor, you want to wedge those hips forward so you can get every force vector you can possibly imagine moving that bar. Yeah. So you want the arms low, shoulders low, grip strong, torso up, knees out, explosive energy into the floor and pressing outward, hips driving into the bar. Copy? Okay, cool. Let's give it a shot. Big breath in. Now, one thing I'll say, not everybody has the hip flexibility and the body control Tomas has. He's looking pretty good. Ready? Big breath. Down. Relax. Okay, now let's pick your form apart a little bit. Overall, I think it's really good. You do not have a lot of experience sumo deadlift, correct?
Never actually.
Okay, it's really good. But one thing there's no reason for your body to get so far behind that bar up top. That's in excess of. Yeah, the goal is to stand upright. We don't need your shoulders behind your hips. Not really that. It's going to take away your energy. Now, hips into that bar. Glutes flexed hard, hips forward. That's efficient. That's good. So I know it sounds like the same thing. hips in front, shoulders back. Not the same thing. Because if the hips, watch that line of your shoulder during the entire lift.
But it's that much more work if I'm back.
Yeah, so if your shoulders are actually falling back as you're coming up, that's creating extra movement into the bar that we don't need. If your shoulders are maintaining that line, your hips are driving forward into that line, it's not excessive movement. It's efficient movement.
So efficient is making sure my position is
straight. Yes, sir.
I'm here and then I just go.
Yep, you got it. You can always, you can dissect the movement really by watching what the bar is doing. If you watch from the side and the bar actually goes, floats out in front or drifts too far back up top, it's not a straight line. Straight line is always going to be your best bet on a deadlift, especially a sumo deadlift. But if you look at Eric Lillibridge locking out, deadlift close to 900 pounds, his shoulders are not like back behind his hips. He's a straight line. The quads are locked, the shoulders are low, the arms are long, and the hips are driving into that bar. If you watch Eric from the side, he's straight up and down. His shoulders are not behind that bar. Shoulders are pretty much directly above the bar, and his hips are locked. That's where that locking power comes from, is your glutes and hips driving forward and creating that finished position. A lot of times you'll see people get here and lean way back. It's just excessive movement that's not really going to do anything to really complete the lift. The completion of the lift, whether it's sumo or conventional, is going to come from that hip architecture, like driving forward as hard as possible, his arms maintaining a long position. So let's practice that this next setup. You want to do the same weight? You want to bump it up a little bit? You tell me. Today it's not about how much weight you're lifting, it's how you are lifting the weight.
I'll get a few correct.
Okay, like sounds good. Yeah. 2 reps. Let's film 1 from the front, 1 from the side. I'll watch from the side both times. Yeah, and a good deadlift bar has got some pretty nasty knurling, as Thomas is figuring out right now. Big breath, long arms, abs up, knees out, drive those hips into the bar. There you go. And down. Go and get that video from the side now. Thomas, you can even stand up and reset your body. Reset. Yeah, because remember, loading that starting position properly takes a lot of energy. Your legs, your glutes, everything lower body. Glutes, hamstrings, quads are working hard. Here we go. Let's get in position. Throw those abs upright. Shoulders into that trunk, knees out. Push outward, wedge the forward, ready, go fast. Hips into the bar hard. Lock, squeeze those glutes, and down. We're gonna do 1 more rep. Go ahead and just stay right there. Let's get a video from here. Get relaxed, stand up, reset your legs. Remember, at that lockout, don't you dare shrug up at all. Drop those shoulders. The abs should be tall, the shoulders should be low. What we see a lot is the opposite. Abs are low, shoulders tall. Hunchback in Notre Dame style, not good. Those abs, let's get the Olympic sprinter style. Abs tall, shoulders low. Yeah, you got it. Shoulders low, abs tall. Let's get that setup position. Think about it. You're spreading that floor out. Your knees are outward. Torso is long. It's explosive energy with efficient movement. Knees out, 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 out. Big breath. Hips in. Let those shoulders drop. Flex those quads and glutes harder. Knees out, out. Okay, relax. Take a breather. To use called anchoring with your lats. I'm going to make an assumption that the audience knows what your lats are. These things. So bikini life, figure competition. Use those lats to take that shoulder and literally pull down like you have just finished a heavy lat pull down. Bam, your lats are locked down. You are anchoring that shoulder into your body, utilizing your lats in a downward position. You making sense? Not too far back, because too far back is going to put too much distance between the shoulder and your bar. Not rounded forward, because it's going to wreck your spinal alignment. Back a bit just to counteract the force of the bar pulling you forward, but not so far back that it creates an awkward movement. Does that make sense? Okay, let's do another rep real quick. Let's catch 1. We'll do 2 more. Catch 1 from the side, catch another one from the front. Remember, when you lock out, Thomas, the lockout is quads, glutes. Boom, right here. Quads and glutes locked. Abs tall, shoulders low. That's the position we're trying to finish with. There you go. Set up, big breath. Get those knees out a little harder. All right, down, relax. Knees out, out, out. Let's not shave that skin off your legs on the way down though. Knees out, spread apart, abs up, knees out, out, out. And then down again one more time. Let's go and do one more rep anyway. Just want to watch those knees from the front. Are those knees out to the maximum, Thomas? There you go. The bar close to the shin. Hips through flex. Down. All right. Nice job. Relax.
All right, guys, if you like what you saw, like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want to get into contact with Corey, go ahead and check the Barbell Central Facebook page, which will be in the description below. If you want him to tell you anything about how the gym works or what his coaching things are, that's where you reach him.